Hello, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my YouTube video today, and hopefully you've also had some time to look at some of the other content that I've put out there. I wanted to talk a little bit about today about the people that I specifically work best with, and if this is you, then hopefully you've been guided to my video today to get some clarity and hopefully follow the breadcrumbs and contact me to get some help. I have been doing therapy and I've been an expert in transformation for about the past 25 to 30 years. And I also have a master's in marriage and family therapy. And I've been working with people to help them transform their lives over that period of time in substance abuse and marriage counseling, and I do divorce mediations. So really the people that I work best with are those people that are trying to make a transition. And all those people that are trying to make a transition and are struggling to do so have a history of unsatisfying relationships. Now, when I say that, usually the first thing people think about is unsatisfying romantic relationships, and that certainly can be one of the topics. However, you can have an unsatisfying relationship in a number of areas of your life. And my guess is if you are somebody who can relate to this, a history of unsatisfying relationships in their life, then you probably can look at a number of relationships that you have in your life and see that pattern play out in a number of areas. So for example, a history of unsatisfying relationships with food, a history of unsatisfying relationships with money, a history of unsatisfying relationships with, yes, romantic relationships, but maybe relationships with siblings, parents, bosses, jobs, yourself. So what happens is when you feel like you have unsatisfying relationships, that dissatisfaction plays out in your relationship in many of the cycles throughout your life. So what happens is people kind of get stuck in those patterns, and then that becomes their story. The story is that they're stuck in those unsatisfying relationships. So I have a book coming out this year, and it's about 13 rules that you need to follow if you want to help get yourself unstuck out of this history and this pattern of unsatisfying relationships. So what I find is that when people get books, they kind of read them and they're like, that's great, but I sort of need like a cookbook. I need like step 1, do this, step 2. I need something that's direct, speaks for me, and tells me exactly what I need to do. Not something that's, you need to raise your vibrations, or, you just need to not be stuck in your depression. Well, those are easy to say, but how do you actually do that? And what I've been doing over the past 25 years is being very specific with people. These are the steps that you need to take, the things that you need to do or not do that are going to help you to work through those history of unsatisfying relationships, right? Because those are the things that you get stuck on, and the reasons that those patterns of unsatisfying relationships continue to happen in various aspects of your life. So this is going to be a book of 13 rules that to follow if you're looking to specifically have a cookbook to kind of get out of those history of unsatisfying relationships. So what happens is a lot of people will come to me and their first thought is not necessarily, Beck, I have a history of unsatisfying relationships, right? What they come to me with is, I have a lot of anger because people are stupid and they piss me off, and no guy's ever good enough for me, or no woman ever, is a good enough match for me, or every boss that I have tries to micromanage me. And so what I notice is that there's sort of these patterns of interactions and symptoms that are actually part of a bigger picture, really. So people will come to me with, I have some people that are coming to me with neck pain and shoulder pain, chronic migraines, histories of pain that they just cannot break free from. And no matter what they do, they're getting like injections and Botox shots, and they're trying yoga, and all those things, will give you little pieces and give you some relief, but they're not giving them sustained quality relief of some of their symptoms. And it's because they have this pattern of a history of unsatisfying relationships, and pain can certainly be one of the symptoms of that. So what happens is people come to me with, I am having trouble getting and maintaining a job, or I'm not getting along with my spouse, or I'm not getting along with my parents. I am struggling with my relationship with food or money. And what happens is that this is because this pattern keeps playing out. So when I work with people, my job is to figure out what it is that has contributed to those patterns of unsatisfying relationships, and really sort of restructure your story, right? And get you to a place where these relationships, these patterns, are not happening anymore. Because when you go to a therapist, all you're dealing with are the symptoms. You're not dealing with the root cause. That's what this book is going to be about, to help people deal with those root causes and change those around so that you can change all the patterns in your relationship, not just one piece, but how it plays out in all the pieces of your life. So if this specifically focused on you today and you're saying, my God, you're speaking directly to me, please contact me. I am taking, by the end of April, I have 2 spots left for spiritual coaching clients. Contact me. I'm offering some packages right now, and if you buy a 90-day package and you pay for it all at once without doing any payment plans, I'm also offering an hour-long angel assessment as a part of that, so you get a bonus session with that. So please, you can respond to me with and leave a comment for this YouTube video. You can also email me at beckbecnelson@hopecounselingri.com. And also please like and share my videos, particularly if this spoke to you today. Thanks, guys.